Tonight I will talk about secularism, true secularism. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the story that Lutyens is blacking out completely, a story which needs to be told, which needs to be spoken about, but even more than all of that, needs to be seen. The story of three Muslim women, Tamanna Malik, Soni Khan and Uzma, in the middle of their Kanwar Yatra. Ladies and gentlemen, Tamanna Malik, seen there in those pictures, people coming out on the streets to meet her, click pictures with her, and record the moments that define, in a way, the true spirit of a secular India on their mobile phones. These three Muslim women chose to continue to be Muslim after their marriage to Hindu men, and they undertook the Kanwar Yatra yesterday. The Kanwar Yatra ended on Mahashivratri, which was yesterday, and all these three women performed the Jal Abhishek, which is the holy Hindu ritual offering of Ganga water at a Shiva temple in their village. This is Tamanna Malik carrying the Kanwar. She's a 27-year-old Muslim woman from Uttar Pradesh who has completed the traditional Yatra, the Hindu pilgrimage dedicated to Lord Shiva, while wearing a burqa. She was not conflicted in what her identity is or who would say what. She held on to her choice of continuing to be a woman of Muslim faith, but in devout respect to the great Hindu tradition. These visuals are truly, therefore, an epitome of India's secular fabric. You can see her wearing her burqa while carrying a decorated bamboo pole with pots of holy Ganga water on her shoulders. For the entire journey that she undertook on foot, the visuals show Hindus welcoming her for the yatra, garlanding her, and celebrating her presence in the true spirit of secularism. This is the greatness of the Hindu civilizational heritage. As she entered Sambhal with the ritual water, watched the large crowds which gathered along the route, and then she performed the Jal Abhishek on the day of Mahashivratri. There are Pandits and Pujaris around her. No one has a problem with the fact that she's a Muslim woman. This is also the greatness of the Hindu tradition. She wears the burqa, she continues to be Muslim, but the doors of the Hindu temple are open for her. This is the greatness of our Hindu religion. And what this imagery tells you, that this is true secularism, because we are a secular India in which men and women don't have to give up their individual faith to have reverence or respect for another. At least for Hindus, this is true. We are a secular India where a Muslim woman marries a Hindu man, but the Hindu man does not force her to be a Hindu. She continues to be a Muslim. And she's continuing to wear her hijab inside a mandir. In fact, she's welcomed for it. This is the greatness of the Indian tradition. This is the greatness of the Hindu tradition, ladies and gentlemen. But there are some people, mostly the pseudo-secular and the radical. They are the people who will have a lot of problem with this grand spectacle of India's secularism. These are the same people who do not want Muslim women to enter Haji Ali. These are the same people who want women to change their faith when they marry a Muslim, saying that that is the only way to show respect to your husband. Ladies and gentlemen, like Samajwadi Party leader Ziaur Rahman Barq, who said, this woman married into another religion 2 years ago. She has no knowledge of anything. She has taken these steps that have eroded public trust in her. So for radical Muslims like Ziaur Rahman Barq, marrying a Hindu man is unbearable, and respecting the Hindu tradition is even more unbearable. Maulana Shahabuddin Razvi Barelvi says, followers of Islam are required to follow the Sharia law, and adopting or believing in the religious traditions of any other religion is illegitimate. And ladies and gentlemen, she says that it is wrong that she has carried out this Kanwar Yatra. Now, very interestingly, none of those usual suspects, Mahua Maitra, Swara Baiskar, Rana Ayub types, will speak about this. They take all other examples as examples of secularism. Why won't they speak about it? Is it because a Muslim woman is welcoming Hindu traditions, the Hindu way of life and Hindu beliefs? Is that something to be bothered about? Is that something to be irritated about or to be frightened of? I think, if you ask me, these visuals, especially those of Tamanna Malik, would be scary to the pseudo-secular lobby. But for that very reason, I call upon all those who are right-wing, in sense that they are with the right and not with the wrong, all the right-wing people in that sense, to forward this video that I have put out to as many people as possible, so that the true greatness of Hindu tradition and what true secularism is embodied in this video, which is carried throughout the length and breadth of our great country.